handling an oar. And now we're going to watch single sculls in the women's division. One oarswoman pulling 2 oars per shell. This race will be 1,000 meters long. The shell's about 26 feet long, with the oars measuring 9.5 feet. In lane 1 will be Holland's Jos Compan. Lane 2, Canada's Andreas Schreiner. From the Federal Republic of Germany, Ursula Brock. Lane 4, Austria, Astrid Unger. Lane 5 for the USA, Carly Gear. In lane 6 from Australia, Jackie Marshall. Now, as they line up here, Steve Gladstone, there's the aligner. Those bows must be perfectly in alignment. What's the secret here of sculling?
Kurt, this event requires tremendous stamina. Keep in mind, there's one person moving this craft. They have to be quick, and they have to be able to persist in their power all the way down the course. It's a tremendous test of will. There's one person, you're out there alone, and you've got to make that boat go.
Now, the start, as in all rowing events, is very important. You get out there with sort of a free field in front of you, and then slow down and go through your strategical pace. But the start is not like a mile run. This is a little over a half mile, where you get off to a slower start and then pick up the pace as the race goes along. They all want to get off with a great momentum.
They sure do, Kurt, because they don't want to be in the wash of the other boats. They want to be clear and clean so they can get into a nice, relaxed, long pace. So those first 20 or 25 strokes, you'll see tremendous concentration and tremendous surge of power. Let's watch it.
Winner of each heat to the semifinals. Others go to 1 of 3 repechage. And the top 3 in each, there they go, and they're dead even start. In the blue shell, number 5, second from the bottom, is Carly Gear of the United States. And as we get a wider shot, we'll set them up for you, 1,000 meters. Right now, Carly Gear's in the lead in lane 5.
Wow, Carly is really blasted out of there, Kurt. Look at her move that boat. This is tremendous, tremendous start. And this is going to be very exciting for the women's team.
She's 26 years old, lives in West Fairleigh, Vermont, went to Dartmouth College, graduated there in 1980, and her rowing affiliation is the Dartmouth College Rowing Club. She's out in front right now.
Kurt, she looks as though she's in command, Kurt. She's got a tremendous rhythm going. The other boats are right with her, but she's got a nice pace. I think she's going to do well. This must be tremendous for her confidence.
Right now in lane 3, that's the yellow shell. In second place from the Federal Republic of Germany is Ursula Brock. And in lane 2 from Canada, one of the favorites, Andrea Schreiner.
It is the Netherlands.
There she is, Andrea Schreiner. She's 25 years old. She's competed in many international events. She's being passed right now by Jos Compan of Holland. Carly Gear in the lead in the women's single sculls. And if you don't think this doesn't take some stamina, boy, it really does.
Yeah, Carly has really got a beautiful pace right now, Kurt. She's what we call in rowing, she's swinging the boat. She's hanging all that weight on those oar handles through the drive, and then look at that nice, smooth, relaxed movement forward into the full reach position. She's looking just super, and this is going to be a real lift all the way through for the rest of the women oarsmen.
Carly Gear in the lead from the USA in heat 1 of the women's single sculls. They passed the halfway mark. There are 500 meters to go here in Lake Casitas. The wind and the water conditions are very important. That's why records don't mean a lot, world records, because sometimes you're rowing a river, sometimes on a lake. If the water's choppy, if you're going into a headwind, of course that affects not only the outcome of the race, but also the clock timing. Carly Gear, West Fairleigh, Vermont, in the lead of heat 1 of the women's single sculls.
Yes, that's a spectacular lead at this point, Kurt. This has got to bode well for Carly for the heats as they come up. She has got a tremendous pace going. I'm sure she's just feeling great at this point.
In second place right now from the Federal Republic of Germany is Ursula Brock, but Carly Gear right now has it to herself unless she fades here. She's a graduate student in nutrition of Tufts College. If she wins this heat, she will automatically go on in to to the semifinals. Then they have the finals, the final 6. The repechage is interesting. You can lose in this heat and still get the second chance. It's sort of like a second elimination in a high school basketball tournament. You still have a shot to go to the finals. Carly Gear is in the lead, lane 5. Here she comes now. They're moving in front of the stands. And she's getting a roar. Canada is second now. Andrea Schreiner has moved up into second. There she is with a white jersey and the red stripe. And it's the Federal Republic of Germany, Ursula Brock. Third, but may be beaten out. Carly Gear is about to win this heat. Here she is. This is a mild upset because the Canadian Andrea Schreiner was favored here. And across the finish line, winning heat 1 of the women's singles sculls is Carly Gear of the USA. Second is Canada, Andrea Schreiner. The crowd gives Carly a hand.
Yeah, Kurt, I think the fact that Carly won is significant, but the fact that she dominated is really terrific.
There she is looking over at her opponent, Andrea Schreiner, who was a favorite in this heat. Carly Gear now automatically moves on to the semifinals of the women's single scull. And that is a torturous 1,000 meters. Let's watch the start. Watch the blue boat, second from the bottom. Her explosive start, it really won her this race.
It sure did, Kurt. You can see that leg drive. If you watch those knees flatten, she's beating the rest of those oarsmen down with her legs. She's swinging that boat forward with the arms and shoulders. Look at that connection between, that's a perfect shot of her opening that body, hanging that weight on the oar handles. Tremendous skill.
There she is, the winner of Heat 1 of the women's single scull. So that's the story here, part of the rowing events from Lake Casitas in northern California.